So, Killing Floor 3 has recently gotten quite a bit of news updates regarding its upcoming release, and most of it doesn't look good. There are some good things coming from the news regarding Tripwire's new first-person shooter, but most of what I'm seeing does not look good. I'm going to start out with the most pressing issue and what will possibly absolutely ruin this game. It's going to be a hero shooter. I don't know who had the idea. You know what we need to do? We need to take Killing Floor and make it Overwatch. Yes, great idea. Who at Tripwire Interactive greenlit this? Who? Who did this? Why? Why Tripwire Interactive? You are one of the few companies I still had hope in. Why did you do this to me, Tripwire? So this is coming from an article from PC Gamer. I'll try to remember to link it down in the description if you want to read it. Basically, guns are going to be locked behind characters. So it's not like Killing Floor 1 or Killing Floor 2 where you can play as any character and use any weapon. You're going to be locked. Like if you choose support, you can literally only use support weapons. If you choose Firebug, you can literally only use Firebug weapons. And that alone isn't a huge issue, because if you're choosing like the support class, you're probably using support weapons as a whole. That being said, you will find weapons lying around from other classes that you can pick up and use when you're just trying to get started. But the fact that you have to use a certain character, like I always play as Anna Larive on Killing Floor 2, because she is the only character that out of... I know that most people like Mr. Foster, but the only character on Killing Floor 1 or 2 that ever had any appeal to me was Anna Larive, which is why I always play as Anna Larive. And now it's like, nope, if you want to play as any class other than Anna's class, and it hasn't even been confirmed she's coming back, the only character that has been confirmed is Mr. Foster. But like, let's just say the medic class. I don't really play as the medic class. Let's just say I always play support. Let's say that Anna was locked behind medic. I'm like, I want to play as Anna, but I can't because I play as support and she's locked behind medic. Who greenlit this? Like, why? Why Tripwire Interactive? What are you doing to me? This looks like it's Payday 3 all over again. Just a huge, highly anticipated game, and that's just gonna flop right on its face. Why Tripwire? Why are you doing this to me? I had such high hopes for this game. But it gets even worse. It gets even worse. This doesn't even look like a horror game anymore. I would call Killing Floor 1 a horror game all day long. Killing Floor 2, not really. It has some horror elements. Killing Floor 3 looks like they took the horror element and just chucked it out the door and drug in Transformers and slapped some zombies in it. Like, this is a sci-fi shooter that's going to be a splatterhouse. Now, at least from what we've seen so far, graphic-wise, the game looks great. And it's going to be a splatterhouse. There's going to be blood and gore and guts everywhere. So at least they're staying true to it's going to be a splatterhouse. And it looks like they have introduced some new weapons, which all of them look cool so far from what we've seen from the new reveal trailer. But we have some very, very bad news. Each character is going to have a special power, which is basically a get-out-of-jail-free card for when you're in a tight spot. This is gonna... No. Why Tripwire? This is mimicking what Call of Duty did, COD Zombies, when they took out the horror elements and they added in powers and classes to, like, yeah, if you just get backed in a corner, you gotta get out of jail free card. World War II Zombies, you get backed in a corner, boom, you just go invisible for 15 seconds and you can't die. Like, that takes so much away from Killing Floor. You get backed in a corner in Killing Floor 1 or Killing Floor 2, it's over. It's over. And Killing Floor 3, it's like, oh no, here you go, little pumpkin. Here's a nice little get-out-of-jail-free card, little buttercup. Here you go. Just go on your way. Stay safe during the zombie apocalypse. Stay safe out there. Like, no, No, why Tripwire? Don't modernize your game. The modernizing games to try and fit a wider audience has never helped any game franchise except for Fallout. Like every time a game franchise tries to branch out to fit a bigger audience, it always hurts the franchise. I mean, sure, you might bring in new players. You might. But you're gonna hurt the players who were already there. Take Dead Space, for example. It went from a horror series to not a horror series. Take like Resident Evil 1 through 3, and then look at it like 5 and 6. I don't have a lot of experience with Resident Evil, so this is going secondhand, but from what I heard, for like 5 and 6, they really just started to take away from the horror element to try and fit a wider audience, and that's exactly what Tripwire is doing with Killing Floor 3. Why, Tripwire? Why? What did I... Like, my most anticipated game of 2024 is getting ruined, and on top of that, it's been pushed into next year. I guess I shouldn't be surprised by that, but it's now supposed to come out next year, as if everything else wasn't bad enough. On a bright side, they have introduced a new enemy called the Impaler, who looks like a mix of like the shark dude from Suicide Squad and Pyramid Head from Silent Hill. He looks like he could be cool. But the Flesh Pound, what on earth is the Flesh Pound animation? Like, the Flesh Pound on the first two games looks so fluid, and from what we've seen from this new reveal trailer of the Flesh Pound's animation, he looks so chunky. He looks like a robot, and not even like a cool robot. It looks like something from like the PS2 era, and as far as his movements are going, like, why? What went wrong? This is going to be the newest episode on Matt McMuscle's What Happened After It Releases. Why, Tripwire? I don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. And if all of this was not bad enough, all right, if all this was not bad enough. Now this last little bit of news shouldn't be a shocker to anyone. But when the game was first announced, it was initially said it was going to be playable on the Xbox One, and they scratched that out to where it's only on next-gen consoles. Okay, that alone's not anything surprising, but the fact that initially it was going to be playable on the Xbox One, you know, like that's just one less thing for it. Killing Floor 3 news. Killing Floor 3 news. I don't really know if I have anything else to update, but I'm still looking forward to this game. It looks like it's gonna have some potential. Oh, and I forgot. Yeah, now you're gonna be able to like climb ladders and go up on rooftops. I think that has a lot of potential, but I think it's gonna fail really, really hard to go from like the way it is to being able to like climb roofs and ladders and the zipline system. Like, it looks like it might be a decent idea, but I honestly think it's gonna fail. And they are going to be adding in a bunch of weapon customization. I have a feeling microtransactions are going to be involved heavily in this. I just have a feeling. Not much has been said other than there will be weapon customization. Now, Tripwire has said it's not going to be like, you know, you can just straight up change like a shotgun into a sniper. That's what they said in the article. But if you want to just make some slight tweaks to your weapons, that'll be an option. But I have a bad feeling it's going to be microtransaction locked. We'll honestly just have to wait and see for that one. While I'm still looking forward to the game, it doesn't look as hopeful as it's been. Like, this is really, really bad news. And I guess I should mention the other new enemy, the Cyst, as well. I discussed that a while back when the release trailer came out. So we're getting two new enemies. I don't know. If anyone from Tripwire is watching this, at least please add an Anna Larive. If you don't do anything else, add an Anna Larive. Oh, and Synthetic isn't working on the game either, apparently. So there goes half the soundtrack. Rocky Gray is working on it, at least. He's pretty good. From what I read, I haven't seen anything confirming or denying if Demon Hunter will be involved with the Killing Floor 3 album. I think it would be great if they made a return. But from what I read, Synthetic will not be working on it, so there goes half the soundtrack. I mean, this game just keeps looking worse and worse. Honestly, I don't know. I don't even know. This is just a bad time for Killing Floor fans, if you ask me. I guess I mean I still plan on buying the game day one and giving it a shot. You know, I'm sure it'll have some sort of. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun. It looks like it'll be fun. It just doesn't look like it'll be as fun as what I was hoping for. I don't. If there's anything you'd like to add, just let me know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Always remember that Jesus loves you. And for anyone new here, I mostly play, review, and discuss zombie and horror games with occasional other topics. But this game is just it's not looking great. It's not looking great. Stay safe out there, y'all. Peace.